Morning. Story time again. Long back, there was a landlord, and he was a big cheat, a fraud. So he would lend money and he would modify the accounts in such a way that they just would not be able to repay, so that he could take their, cheat them and take their valuables or their house or land. So that was his nature. He was a cheat, basically. And there was one man who had borrowed money from this landlord, and he was not able to repay it because the interest was high. His calculations were such that the man was totally unable to repay the amount, and he had a very beautiful daughter. So the landlord immediately, he was a cheat, so he made his plan. He said, okay, fine, I will let you, off the debt. You can, all the debt is washed off, but I have to marry your daughter. But then the man didn't want that. That landlord was a cheat. How can anyone give his daughter to a cheat like that? He was not happy about it. Even the girl was not happy about marrying him. But they didn't have a choice. They were in a fix. They didn't have money to repay the landlord. Then what to do? So then one day they were standing by a beach, and then the landlord said, "Okay, I will give you a final chance." There were lots of white and black stones on the beach, small ones, pebbles. So he said, "We will pick, you can pick one stone. White will mean that I will let you off all the debt and no marriage, nothing in return. Your luck." The girl was also there. The girl, the father, and the landlord were standing there. And the landlord said this. So if you pick the white stone, I will take two stones, I will put it in a bag. It's like a lucky dip. So if you pick the white stone, then you're through, you're lucky. Everything is forgotten, forgiven, no marriage, nothing. You pick the black stone, then you have to marry me and I will, no, your debt is cleared off. So the girl thought, okay, at least a 50% chance that she can win because there are only two stones, one black, one white. If she picks the white one, she's through. So she agreed. But then she saw that he picked two black stones instead of a white and a black. And he put it into the bag. He thought nobody had noticed. And then he was happy. So whichever stone she picks, she's going to get married to him. So he wins 100%. For her, there are two stones in the bag. Whichever she picks, she loses, meaning a 100% chance of defeat. She doesn't want to marry that guy, right? So, what to do? It's such a bleak situation, no? Absolutely no way out. 100% loss. No way you can win. So, she stayed cool. She made her idea. She made her, plan. So, she picked one stone and fumbled with it and dropped the stone on the beach where there were so many other pebbles, right? So, then she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It just fell out of my hand." So now there was no other choice. The one which she has picked has gone on the floor and nobody knows where it is. So what is remaining? The remaining is black. So since the black is remaining, she must have picked the white, right? So she won the bet and then all the loan was cleared without her marrying the landlord. Now this is an old story. I'm sure all of you have read this. But what is the moral? Even in a situation where there is 100% chance of losing, you can still win, isn't it? Even when absolutely there's nothing, there was no chance, he had taken two black stones. How could she, whichever she picks, it is black, she loses. But just the fact that she looked for a solution in it and she found it. The same thing for us also. Whenever you see no solution, don't just say, is it possible? Change the question you're asking. How is it possible? The minute you start saying how it is possible, how you ask yourself, how can you do it? Automatically new paths will appear which probably you would not have thought of earlier. What was only two choices, black and white, suddenly became a third choice: drop one stone and win, isn't it? The same thing applies for us. So change the question you're asking. Don't ask, is it possible? How is it? Ask, how is it possible? How can I do it? And the minute we change this question from a totally negative situation, you enter a totally positive one. Good story for the day. See you again with another one. Bye.